What? Do you guys have food? What? Hey guys, Monoran Bambley here from the Sketch Monkey. Sometimes I post my morning rituals, sketches on my Instagram. And I kind of want to share with you how I do those. It's really not anything special, but it might give you an idea of how to practice yourself every morning and just make it a habit to do it. So I start with, of course, a blank sheet of paper like this, and then I just go over it and just start making lines, different lines like this. And I don't have any pressure on me to make something look spectacular or something like that. I'm just trying to have fun and loosen up my arm and wrist. That's the whole idea with this practice. Sometimes I even do this, believe it or not, before I've had my first coffee, which is amazing. Because if you know me, you know that I really don't want to talk to anybody before I had my first cup of coffee. Super important. I think some of you can relate to that. So I don't have anything in mind in particular here when I'm sketching this. I'm just doing random stuff. So put out some circles, some ellipses. I'm running out of paper here, but I'm gonna try to make this last one down there. And we can make maybe some weird looking cube up here. There we go. And we could maybe, what else? Maybe a cylinder, something like that. Cool. And just connect a few more lines. A good way to practice line sketching, which I've talked about before, is to just put out some dots on the paper and then try to connect those. And try to connect those better than I'm doing right now. As you can see, I'm not hitting any of the lines, any of the dots, but who cares? It's for practice purposes anyway. That's my excuse. Alright, so when you have a bunch of lines like this, people are gonna start, what the hell are you doing? But you can start to connect some lines. Maybe connect these here. Something like that. And once you had your coffee, chilled out for a while, you can start to, if you want to, you can jump into markers and put some color onto your piece of paper. So let's do that. I'm gonna go with blue. So I always start with the lightest marker. Same thing here. Don't worry about perfection right now. You just want to drink your coffee and put some lines down on your paper. That's the whole purpose with this. And as you can see, the Copic will make your pen lines bleed, which is why I usually start with a pencil, and then I pick up the big pen as a final step and fill out the lines. But for this warm-up session, it doesn't really matter. Just start to do some basic shading of your shapes and practice your marker sketching and your reflections. And I have a bunch of other videos on what to think about when you're doing that, so if you want to check those out, you can do that. And I do this maybe for like about 20 minutes, something like that, every morning. most mornings. And this is a large area here. I'm just gonna leave this cube like that. I'm too lazy to fill this whole area out. And we can go into a darker shade of blue when we are happy with the first layer. So here's the thing with markers. Like when I started out with markers, I really I thought about every single line I put down. I was thinking like, what if I put this down here? It's gonna mess up the entire sketch. Do I need to start over? Blah blah blah. Which obviously did not help me get better, because I was kind of sketching in slow motion because I never actually put down any lines. I was so afraid to mess things up. But then I said, screw it, I'm just gonna put down lines, and if I happen to mess something up, what's gonna happen? The worst thing that can happen is you have to start over. And that's the best way to practice things, is to just do it. So just put down whatever markers you want, and once you put them down, you're gonna start to see what works and what doesn't, and that's how you learn. That's how you learn to sketch, and that's how you learn to do whatever it is you want to do. You just gotta do, and not do what I did, which was getting stuck overthinking stuff for no reason. Cool. We can put one more shade here, the darkest shade, just to get some reflections and stuff in here. So when I sketch here, you can tell that I'm not moving my wrist that much. I'm sketching with my whole, from the elbow and shoulder, and that's how you get smooth. If you're looking to get smooth lines and good line quality, that's what you want to practice. You want to keep your wrist steady and work with your entire arm, your elbow, and all of that. Actually, what the heck, let's just fill this one out as well. There we go. Some nice looking cube. So when we're at this step, we kind of want to go back to the pen, fill in the lines a bit more. And if you want, you can go into some line shading on some areas, just to practice that as well. I mean, why not? So I'm just putting a few lines here. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to show you today. Just what I do in the mornings, just to get going with the sketching before I start doing what I'm actually supposed to be doing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you're into marker sketching, I just released a new course, which I'm sure some of you know already. But if you want to join that, I'm gonna put a coupon code right here in the description, so you can check that out if you want to. And as always, if you like this kind of videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share it with a friend who likes sketching. They might enjoy it, or she. That's about it. Take it easy, guys, and I hope to see you next time.